Eggs were a bit south last night. Hi, so hi, that's me back out again, and as you've seen, it's another hot tent camp again. I'm finally out in the Smokey Hut. Well, hopefully I stay out this time. And I've got a cot bed as well to try. I'll show you the setup. There you go, cot bed. I've got the old North tent mattress which has got a puncture in it which I repaired, so that'll do for trips like this in case there is any mice about. And I've got just a sleeping bag this time, just so I can stick it in a bivvy, so I'm not sure how this will be with condensation later on the night, so I'd rather have something to protect it if anything starts dripping on it. So right, it's pretty early. It is only just before 2 o'clock, but I wanted to get set up early because it's forecast to start raining about 2 o'clock, and potentially it could get really heavy rain, so we'll see. So I wanted everyone all done, pitched up before 2 o'clock, but it's still my first choice of spot. I knew there was supposed to be, well, it's definitely too windy to go up the tops. It was about 50 gusts, things like that up the tops today, so clagged in, so there's no point in doing that, so that's about in the hot tent camp. But I did initially try to go for a wee locking that's just down near Loch Trail, a wee lock, but on the way down I stopped off, could see the trees blowing about quite a bit. I stopped off at a wee bit called Stincher Falls, and it was like gusting 20, it was like 20 constants gusting into the 30s, which I thought I was saying, and it was like, I knew it was going to, the bottoms top of the gunties really exposed, this wee lock, so I was like, no chance, I'm not doing that in the hot tent. I did come in here on the way up to check it out, and I thought I'd maybe need a backup, so I've come back here to my backup. There's still a bit of wind coming in, but it's relatively sheltered, it's not too bad, so I should be fine here. The only thing is, it's pretty noisy with the water, but I can get used to it. Aye, so it might start raining shortly. I've got my wee alcohol stove going now, just to get a wee coffee and that, maybe a wee mug shot. A bit early to get the fire going now, so. Aye, I've actually got something special to make for my dinner tonight. Something I've been wanting to make for years coming out camping. There's quite a few bits of ingredients to it, so tonight's the night. So you see, the van's not that far away anyway, we didn't have to carry stuff that far. The van is just up there behind us, so ideal if there's any wee critters come again later on, I can always take the food back up there and put it in there the night out the road. So, and see, I've not got my dear expensive kind of right good sleep mat with me the night. I've just got that North tent one, so if they chife through that it wouldn't be quite as bad. Not what I'm saying, what happens if they do that, if they turn up, but aye, so right, I'm going to get in now and get a wee coffee and a bite to eat, maybe out a late lunch, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. some clutty bums. Rats, that's what I call them. Dirty. Pardon the language. Frickin' rats. I'll take this up and put it in the van. That's no hard, is it? Van pots. Right, some folk need to start reading that sign. There's another couple of, I'm not sure if it's a guy and his son. I don't know if you can see just down there. There's a tent down there. I'm not sure if it's a hot tent or not, or it's like a TP Lanshan type thing. I'm not sure if it's a hot tent or what, but this is definitely the prime spot because I was actually down there first to see. It's quite really boggy, so it is, and it's like I'm a bit higher up in the water here. It's quite low to the water, so a bit paranoid down there. If it did rain heavy for a good few hours, it could maybe flood down there. So yeah, but the pegs didn't get in very good because it's like pretty much just like stone out here. It's like a man made this, but I think it's just all stone. You can see like the path running down here, and it's like a bit of a nightmare to get the tent pitched, but I finally got it there, battering the pegs in. Nice, it's up. A couple of gusts coming through, but nothing major. See, if I was down further down to the spot I was going to go to, it would have been a nightmare, I think. One week in negative, I've seen about the tent so far. It's coming away there already, the stitching. Look at that. I need to try and stick that down or something. But see, I did get it for like 70 quid in the Black Friday sale, so I'm not complaining too much. So I'm not also too sure about how waterproof it's going to be. It's got a 2000 hydrostatic head, which I'd usually like to get something like 3000 on that, but hopefully it should be okay. But I was looking into reviews on YouTube and that and everything, especially the Kill Explorer. He had his leaking a wee bit after some heavy rain, and I've noticed a few folk had the same problem. So it's pretty good that I've actually got the van up there, so if the worst came to the worst, if it started leaking quite bad, I could just jump into the back of the van for the night. So it's just up there, so it's a wee positive, just we've been no far away for the van and give it a good test tonight. That's the rain finally on. Kettle's boiling, time for a wee cuppa. Cheers. Aye, so you can hear it's still raining. It's been raining for about a good three hours now. It's like 6 o'clock. So it's time to get dinner on, and this is the main thing about this camp. This is it. It's kind of a special one for me. It's something I've wanted to make without camping for ages. I've not made it yet because too creamy ingredients in that, and it's probably my favourite thing to make at home. And I say it's the favourite thing to make at home to eat, and it's special for another reason, because it's my mother's recipe, and she passed like 7 years ago. About 8 years in August. Jesus. Aye, 8 years. So she kind of left me a recipe book. She was quite good at cooking. She liked her cooking and that. And this is my favourite thing from her cookbook, and my father's favourite thing as well. So he comes over to my bit once a week. I go to his bit once a week. It's like a thing we do, and it's a thing we probably make the most. So it's our favourite thing. Right, so it's called New Orleans chicken, and what's happening tonight is there's some chicken for it, and I've got some rice, sticky rice to put in, and this is the main thing, this is what it's about. It's the sauce. The ingredients are some clear honey, Worcester sauce, ground ginger, and tomato sauce. You can have tomato sauce or tomato puree, but I usually tomato sauce because it's what I've got in the house. So I'm going to get the sauce ready first before anything else. So I'm going to pour all the honey into there. Let me get my spoon. Get all that out. There we go, there's the honey in. So next I'm going to put in the Worcester sauce. A bit of spillage. And next the ginger. So the thing about the ginger is there's like 1 teaspoon in, but you can add a bit more. Let's see. To get it a bit more spicy. So I'm going to put the 2 tablespoons in. A wee bit more just in case. It's got to be spicy tonight. And then the last one is tomato sauce. I'll leave some for tomorrow because I've got some bacon rolls for tomorrow morning. And a wee dash of water. and then you just stir it together. Spillage. Right, so that's that half stirred in it. So what we'll do is we'll get the chicken on next. Right, so it's time to get this sauce in. This is what it's all about. Get this in, get it mixed, then get the rice in. Get all that goodness in there. So it does start off quite thin, but it does thicken up. So I tend to double up what's in the recipe, especially if you're having it with rice, and that way you've got a bit more sauce. So we'll give that a wee bit, and then we'll get the rice on. I tend to, I might do it like this with the rice. I tend to like putting a bit of sweet corn on with it, but I actually forgot to bring some with me, so it's just got to be the chicken, sauce and the rice tonight, which is fine. It's that good. Yes, we'll just give that 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, we'll see, and then it's done. So there you go, New Orleans chicken with some rice. Really looking forward to this one. So if anybody's actually interested in making this, I'm pretty sure my brother would bother with me giving it out. That way it gets it out there, keeps our memory going and that and everything, you know what I mean? So yeah, if anybody's interested in the recipe, let me know in the comments, and I'll either put them in the comments or I can send it to them personally or whatever, so we'll see. It's definitely worth making. So I'm going to tuck into this, enjoy this, with some wine. Got to be good. And I'll get back to these in a bit. Cheers with that. Oh, that's bloody great. Best camp meal ever, definitely. Aye, so I've just been sitting chilling for the past hour, drinking my wine, listen to that ramping water outside. It's rampaging water outside. It's like, and it was fast before, but it's really gone for it now. So it is. Glad I'm pitched where I'm at. just hoping the folks that are camping a bit further down are okay, because I did put me off that area because it was really quite wet, it was waterlogged, and it sits lower down, and it was kind of a bit more in level with the water, as where I'm kind of up above the water a bit, so I should be fine up here. I did kind of think with they are down there is potentially, if the water rose a good bit, it could actually come over and flood the area. So I'm just hoping they're okay down there. It's the rain, it's been going for about 4 hours now, so it's been relentless. It's been really heavy at some points, then it's been constant, kind of heavy. So we'll see, hopefully it goes off at some point, so we'll see. So you're seeing there, the chill, I've got the chill beams not by me again. I've got the kind of big one and the wee mini one behind me. And they were a game changer. So they have for, like, see, especially like the hot tent camps list, where you're spending a good bit of time in the tent, and you've got the bigger tent, the bigger area. Just lights everything up. It's good for cooking. It's good for like vlogging like this as well. It's just, it's been a bit of a game changer. Definitely, if you're into like spending a lot of time in your tent and things like that, it's worth getting some of them. So no G for Edman Walking, he's got some as well, and I think he's loving his, so they're really good. So you'll maybe notice there's somebody missing for the night's camp. Jax, he's not with me. Just mainly because this tent, it's a single skin tent, there's no inner with it, and I felt a bit uneasy having him here the night, like for line sleeping. He can wander about, because he's that wee, he can get under the bits easy and get out and wander about outside. He's not the kind of dog that would run away, but he could easily go outside and get disorientated and get lost. And just, so I'm going to just sign out here for the night unless anything else more interesting happens. And I'll get back to using water when I'm getting ready to get my breakfast on. Ciao. Hi, it's morning. That's a eggs were a bit south last night before I just went to bed. As you can maybe see, the stove there, the chairs at the back there, that's where the bed was last night. So I thought I'd try that kind of set up with the bed there, and that would open up all this space. But the one thing I was kind of worried about was it was a bit close to the stove, but I thought it'd be okay. But sure enough, I was climbing into my bed, a bit of the sleeping bag touched the stove, didn't it? Burnt a hole in it. So it's sorted now. I had to do a bit of field repair in it. It was like as if I'd murdered a duck in here, or a goose, or whatever feathers are in it. So I'm kind of back to the original bit where the bed is, just at the kind of back where the footprint is. So I'm kind of back to that way with this tent now. I'm not too sure about it again. It just seems to be a lot of dead space in it when it's like this set up. I liked it the way it was, but see, this bed's a bit too close to it. So you see there's the stove there, I'm sitting on the bed, and you've got all this space here that's kind of hard to sit anywhere else in the tent, not on a seat, apart from where I'm bar now. So the stove sits, it's quite awkward where the stove sits. It's no far off just sitting in the middle of the tent, you know what I mean? So it'd be better if it was a bit further over there. So see, I might be on the lookout again for another kind of tent with a bit more space. I like the locomotive I've got, it's nice, but I was looking for something as well with a bit more space in it, possibly where you can get two people in it. So you probably can get two people in this, but I think it'd be better set up as just like a tarp, and with the stove, somebody to just sit and chill. Now if you're here with somebody else, both of you have your separate tents. So I don't know, we'll see, need to figure that one out. So anyway, breakfast this morning, some rolls and bacon and a coffee, and it stopped raining, so I think the rain eventually went off about 10:30 last night, 10:30, 11. I was just out there and there's a bit of clear sky, you can see some stars and that, so it should be a nice morning, make up for last night. And you're trying to pack everything away and it's like it just seems to sit too far in the middle. It's no maximising by the space in the tent really. You have to watch what you're doing with the mat and the sleeping bag again this morning, packing it away. You were like dancing in that pole like a bloody pole dancer, so you were. So, it's been really enjoyed that. It was a good wee camp. Apart from that wee mishap going to bed last night with the sleeping bag, but it was just as much my fault, my stupidity, bit of wine, as much as the tent, because the tent is kind of awkward, but it is what it is. So, the tent, I like it, but it's probably no the tent right for me. But I was hoping it would be that, because it's like, I was hoping that something I could put a cot bed in, maybe sit in with a seat, chill. Maybe even get into sit like in the cot bed myself. There was somebody else could join you to sit and cook and chill for a bit, but it's just too tight for all that. So what I'm going to do is I'll keep it as just a kind of tent to chill in. Maybe with like me, someone else if they want to come along. So I've got a few mates or that. It's got once they quit now I do a hot tent camp. I've not got a hot tent, so I can use that as like a wee base camp, set it up, have another tent with me, they'll have their tent, and then we can just get in there on the chairs, chill, cook, a wee drink. So I think that's what I'm going to do with that tent going forward. So if anybody out there can recommend a kind of nice, decent kind of luxury tent, not too big, too heavy, something that you can actually get like a cot bed in, a chair in, maybe even a wee table, sit and chill. And so that'd be good if anybody can recommend something that's not too dear that would do that job. So I see that wee meal last night, that's what this camp was really about, that wee meal, that was cracking, loved that. It was good to actually have that out in a camp, so I'm definitely going to be having that again. As I said, so anybody's interested in making it, let me know, I'll see about maybe getting it put up somewhere like that. So that's it for this one. I'm just going to sit here for a minute, chill, watch the clouds rolling by. It's still going pretty fast so it's got to be still gusty up the top. So so we'll let it sit here and chill for a few minutes, take the views in, go back, drop the tent, and then get home. So thanks for watching, and catch you the next time. Ciao.